So here's the deal about money management. Oh, there we go. Okay. So here's the deal with money management. I'll just share my story. So I started in October. I came in with a $3,000 inventory. I was 22, put it on a credit card, and I sold a lot my first month. It was a lot. I don't remember the total sales, but I needed to reorder 800 wholesale my next month just because I sold so much my first month. And so that was good, right? It felt good. I was like, oh, I had this money coming in. And then I reordered, and then to Katie's point of feast or famine or whatever we were talking about, like then December hit, and I made a decision that I was not going to do anything in December because I just didn't want to. Like seriously, no better reason than I just didn't want to. So I sold nothing, pretty much nothing in December. But I gave something away. I mean, I don't know what I was doing, but then I still ordered like I was selling, but I wasn't selling. And then I ended up, it was like on a credit card, and I was like, okay, like stop the insanity, like something needs to happen. So I'm very passionate because people typically decide that Mary Kay is not for them because of one of three reasons. It's because of poor time management is one reason, could be one reason. I'm not saying it's all three, but poor time management, poor emotional management, and poor money management. So it's one of those three. And the deal with money management is that, you know, a lot of women before they come into Mary Kay are not really taught that, right? Like, I feel like as a society, we're taught to just like throw it on a credit card and like, you know, figure it out later. And so it's really important to get this figured out because it affects your business more than you think. And what I mean by that is you probably are making money. And I will tell you that if you need to hear this, there is like gobs of money to be made in Mary Kay. It's available to you. You just might not feel like you're making money because you literally have no idea where your money is going. First of all, right? Like you don't know where it's going somewhere, but you don't know where. So like tracking it, maybe you just need like a better tracking system. The other thing is, you know, people get in these cycles. So I have found that people either, you know, over order inventory, or they under order inventory, or they get in this cycle of they'll over order for a while. And then they realize, oh crap, I over ordered inventory. So then they say, well, I'm not going to order any inventory. But then what happens with that is then your inventory gets completely off. And, you know, imagine Target doing some of the things that we do. Have you ever done that? Like, just imagine Target being like, oh my gosh, we ordered too much of the summer collection. Better just like go halvesies on the Christmas collection this year, right? There would be like a global mutiny at Target because they'd be like, I can't get my lit up snowman for the front yard. Like, so I'm going to give you some things, like if you're stuck in any of those cycles, on how to break the insanity on that. And I'm going to give you some tools and stuff for money management. So first thing that I want you to know, it's really important to pay yourself something. Okay. So some of you, if you started with inventory, you might be paying back that initial investment. And it's really tempting to be like, well, I'm just going to throw everything that I earned back to doing that. And it's not that that's a wrong strategy. It's just that if you have other people in your household, like say a husband or boyfriend, or I don't know, you live with your mom or whatever, and they're watching your business and they're just seeing you do work, but they're not seeing you actually bringing in any kind of money, like that's not going to excite them. They're not going to go, gee, honey, you should go work your Mary Kay business and make nothing, right? It doesn't excite anybody. So we're going to talk a lot about that. So we're going to start with some basics. Okay. And this is actually part of my new consultant, like slideshow that I do, but I thought, hey, let's show it tonight because it's going to be good. So I'm going to share my screen, and I want to show you just some things that I think are important. So I'm just going to keep it on this view because it's easier to manage. So this is one of my favorite tools. It is a monthly sales goal tracking sheet. Now, if you're a new consultant, you should have gotten a laminated version of this that you can use a dry erase marker on. I will be posting this in our team page so that you have it. But it's good to have a goal every single month, like something that you're working towards. It could be like stuff. It could be, you know, $500 to pay off debt. I mean, whatever it is. So for example, okay, I got to show you guys this. I was so excited. They finally came this month. Look at this. My little pixel buds that I wear in my ear. They're so cute. This really satisfying case. Okay, so I decided to use my sales, like my reorders, to earn these, right? So here is what this sheet looks like. So here's my little thing. So you can either draw a picture or stick a picture of what you're going for. And then I needed to profit $200. So I put that in the square, divided by 0.40. That's going to tell me what I needed to sell. So I needed to sell $500 to profit, to split my money, which I'm going to show you how to split your money, so that I could, you know, pay for my pixel buds, restock my inventory, and also have money for expenses in my business. Okay. So I just think this is really, really important to do because it keeps it in front of you. I know we've had people come and go on this. I know a lot of you have been really good at this, and then we get not so good at this. So it's one of those things that you go, why did I ever stop doing that? Right. The other thing is, you guys all fill out sales slips for your business. These are so important. I don't care if we're working virtually, fill out sales slips for everything, because this is a record for your business, right? So you put the customer's name at the top, what they ordered, total it at the bottom. You charge whatever your sales tax rate is. If you don't know what that is, Google it. Most of you have sold stuff, so you know. The other thing is we do sales tax before discounts. So let's say in this example, Katie Jones is getting a $20 discount on her miracle set. It's her birthday month, yay. So you write the miracle set, you write minus 20, now you're down to 90. I'm gonna take sales tax on the 110, not on the 90, okay? Because we pay sales tax to Mary Kay, we recover it from our customers. Then we pay it back to Mary Kay, then we recover it from our customers. It is a very important concept that I think it took my brain probably 2 years, to be honest, to really understand that we neither make or lose money on sales tax. It's just like a constant wash back and forth. So sales tax, and then here's your total, okay? There are multiple copies of the sales ticket, and I do have some here. So I just want to share this with you because we're going to be talking about money for the next 2 weeks. So we're going to talk about it tonight and then another night. So this is the sales ticket, right? So the top copy, you never give to anybody, okay? This top copy you rip off and you put it in a file folder. So in my I have a little file cabinet thing here. Oh, it's not good, hold on. This is all of my top copies. This is just top copies from this year. Okay, so they're all in a stack. So that come tax time, oh, this is 2020. Okay, I have another file folder with, well, no, it is 2020, duh. Okay, you get what I'm saying. You want to keep the top copy, and you can do a binder, you can do whatever system works for you, but the top copy is yours. And then there's all these like carbon copies underneath, right? One of them goes to your customer, so give your customer one of the carbon copies. And then the other copy, you can either, like, you know, if you have them fill out, say, a profile card, like say they filled out a card at their party, a lot of times people will staple one of these carbon copies to the profile card so that, you know, when your customer reorders, because here's how a customer reorders, they'll say, I want that sparkly stuff I bought from you. And you're like, sparkly stuff? And then you go, oh, she means crystalline eyeshadow. Perfect. Okay, done. You can also enter this information in My Customers on InTouch. I don't do that just because it's super time consuming to sit and enter a bunch of products. And again, you really have to look at, is what I'm doing an income producing activity or a not income producing activity? And what's the most efficient way I can do something but still be effective? And for me, even though I love technology, this old school system of just like filing these alphabetically, you know, I enter these in InTouch, but like just putting like stapling their sales slip to the back is a great strategy. Once someone has been my customer for a while and they consistently reorder, I'll start adding their stuff to InTouch because they're someone I'm always looking up. But you know, first time customers, if you don't know if they're going to be with you for a long time, it might be a fast system. You can make whatever system you want, but that's what I do with those copies. Okay. All right. So we're going to go back to my little screen share. So there's your sales ticket. One thing I like to talk about is that anytime, this is a good money management system for everybody. Anytime you take product off your shelf, meaning anytime you take product for anything, for a customer, for yourself, for demonstrations, for gifts, like Christmas gifts, for giveaways, anytime a product comes out of a brand new box off of your shelf, you need to make a sales ticket for it. It doesn't mean that you're charging yourself, it's just a record, right? So I actually, what I do is I will take a sales ticket and just write, for the customer name, I'll write personal use. So if I go in my closet tonight and I'm like, oh my gosh, my husband needs moisturizer, I need eyeliner, mascara, and foundation, I'm gonna write personal use, Darren's moisturizer, my eyeliner, my mascara, and my foundation on here. And then total it so I know what I'm pulling off my shelf for personal use. You're gonna do that for demonstration stuff. You're gonna do that for your Christmas gifts and your giveaways. And then again, you know, this is why it's great to have an accordion file. Like you can just get one of those super cheap things. So you put all your sales tickets and, you know, top copies in one, and then all your personal use slips in another, and then all of your demo stuff in another, gifts and giveaways. Okay. So that's an easy system to keep track of all of the product that is leaving your shelf. Awesome. Okay. So what we are going to talk about is, how to fill out a business tracking register. Before we do that, I want to show you something. So one concept that I think is a good organization tool is to pick a day and do all of your money stuff in that day. Okay, because otherwise it doesn't happen. How many of you set a goal this year to do your weekly accomplishment sheets weekly and have yet to like do a single one? Okay, so this is why I invented the concept of Money Monday. Now, if Monday is like literally the worst day of the week for you, then don't pick Monday as your thing. It just is kind of catchy to say Money Monday. You could do Financial Friday or Tax Time Tuesday, or I don't know, think of something. Think of something that's gonna, but pick your day that you're gonna do this stuff, because it is really important. So here is, and I shared this. Okay, what is going on? Are you working? Oh, there we go. Okay. Seriously, here we go. So here's my Money Monday checklist. Like I said, I posted this earlier today. So whatever day you pick, you're going to enter your weekly accomplishment sheets for the past week. You're going to log your sales into your business tracking register. Now, I want to explain something different. Your weekly accomplishment sheets tell you, like, give you a running total of like what you've sold, and a running total of, you know, like hostess giveaways, how many skincare sets you've sold. Okay. And it's for recognition too. The business tracking register is different because the business tracking register is about how much you're making and how much money you're collecting and how giveaways and discounts are affecting your bottom line. So if I had to pick one that is like, I don't know, you've got some crazy thing going on and you can only do one, business tracking register wins all day long. Okay, like I always do my business tracking register. Deposit transfer all your money to your business checking. Now, if you do not have a separate checking for your business, that is step one. Okay, and I know COVID's going on, but you can still open a checking account. So if you haven't done that yet, do not pass go, do not collect $200, open a checking account. Do not open a business checking. They will charge you money for that. Just open a free personal checking account. It does not have to be a fancy anything. You probably don't even really need checks for it. I mean, whatever, just open a checking account that you can have all of your business funds go into. Very, very important. Okay, so everything is going to go into your business account. You're not going to, this is another tip, do not put it in your personal account and think you're going to transfer it to your business account. It's not going to happen. You're going to go to Starbucks and McDonald's, and I don't know, last time I checked, oh, Denny Hecker. That's who it was. Do you guys remember Denny Hecker? He was the big car guy here in town. What happened to Denny Hecker? He ended up in prison. And do you know why? Because he embezzled $1 bazillion from his like car dealerships, right? So every time you use your business checking account, like if let's say you get a debit card with it and you're like, oh crap, I do this all the time in the wintertime. I stick my debit or credit card in my coat pocket and forget it's in there. And now I'm like, crap, the only debit card I have is my business card and I use that at Starbucks. I am embezzling from myself and I belong in jail. Okay, so don't do that. That's why it's really important to keep that separate. Deb's laughing, I'm glad. Okay, so pay yourself. So when I pay myself, I make a transfer from my business checking to my personal checking based on my business tracking register. So my business tracking register tells me what I should transfer from my business checking to pay myself. Then I file that top copy of my sales ticket. We talked about that. I file the carbon copy, talked about that. And I just throw the rest away. You don't need to keep like a bazillion things of paper sitting around. And then I also reorder my products if it's time to reorder products using my 60% account from the business tracking register. So I am going to show you first, and this will answer some of your questions. I'm going to show you the paper version of the business tracking register. And it's important for you to see the paper version because I do have an Excel document that is blank that consultants can use. I will show you my Excel, but then my assistant made like a copy of it that's blank that I can send to you guys so that you can have the Excel doc version. So guess what? You don't have to make all this stuff on your own. But very, very important because for years I filled out, I hand wrote it. So this is what it looks like on paper, right? So Katie Jones, this is the same girl who just ordered the miracle set, right? So I want to explain each one of these columns because it confuses people. So it's important that you understand this. Okay, so the first column, column A, is total retail product without tax. Now, if you struggle with this, see, the reason people struggle with column A is they think money collected, they think, I don't know what they think. I want you to picture, don't think about how much money you collected from Katie. Think about how much in retail product you gave her. So if you were like walking onto your shelf and grabbing the products that you gave to her, what is the value of that product in your hand? Okay, it's not how much money she gave you, it's what is the value of the product in your hands. So in this case, a miracle set's 110, right? That's never going to change, right? Column A does not change. It is 110, right? Then the sales tax I collected is column B. Then in column C is how much money did I collect from Katie, right? So it's column A plus B, right? Because it's the retail, just go to the bottom of your sales ticket. What is the actual money I collected, okay? Now in this example, there's no discount, so it's just like super easy, right? Then the column D is, the reason we teach a 40-60 split is, you know, even though we make 50-50, is the 60% account. So 50%, there's different ways you can do this. Okay, I'll give you the first way. 50% of the 60% goes towards restocking your shelf. And then you can use 5% for like samples and 5% for like preferred customer program and other expenses. Okay. If you're looking to build your inventory, like say you started with no inventory and you want to have some, or you don't like the level you started with and you want to build it, you could do 70-30, right? That would build your inventory faster. Okay, I don't care what you do, you have to pay yourself something, so at least do 90-10 or something, I don't know, whatever. Most people wouldn't do that, but so you'll take 0.60 times A, right? So 60% of column A, which is 110, plus the sales tax. So that is how I got column D. And then your business income is C minus D. Okay, so 118.11 minus 74.11 is $44. So that is how much I made selling Katie Jones a miracle set, was $44. Now, something really important. Column D is what you restock your shelf with. Okay? Column D is not where you pay back your initial investment. You don't take money out of your 60% account to pay back your credit card or whatever. That comes out of your business income account. You pay for your inventory out of column C minus D, the $44. Now, I'm not going to use the entire this is what I'm saying. I'm not going to use the entire $44 to pay off my card, right? I might take like half of it. I'm still going to pay myself something. So just to kind of give you a gist, when I started, I put my 3,000 on I remember it. It was back when they had Northwest Airlines had a credit card. That was the card it went on. We don't even have Northwest Airlines anymore. Here I am sounding like 100 years old again. And it was a 3,000 inventory. My payment was $116.28 per month. So what I would do, the first party I held that month usually paid for that, right? Like more than that usually. But my business income column for my first party was typically over that. So I would take that party's profit, make the card payment. Then the rest of the parties I held that month, I could cash flow. Like that could be money, like my business income was now like mine to do whatever, to put towards mortgage, to put towards whatever, right? I did end up putting extra to pay off the card faster. I ended up paying myself off in 6 months. You don't have to do that, but don't use all of your business income from the month to do it. Like use some of it to, either have a goal sheet or contribute to your family, because that's going to get people excited about what your business can do. Okay. So that's kind of how that works. Now, if you are in that cycle of over ordering and then you don't order, you're going to do it the same way. You're still going to continue to use your 60% account and restock your shelf, right? Because Target's not going to go, oh my gosh, didn't buy Christmas or bought too much summer stuff, not going to get Christmas. No, you're still going to do that, but then you're going to take money out of your business income to pay off whatever happened faster. So that is the business tracking register. I want to give you another example. Okay, there we go. Here's how discounts affect your business. Now, discounts are sometimes necessary. Right? One of the things I love about Mary Kay is that because we make 50% on the product, we can still offer hostess credits and discounts and still make money. Okay. But it does affect your bottom line, right? So it's really important. And you know what? I want you guys to feel okay that if, I don't know, you run some random promotion. Okay. I bet if we did a show of hands, everyone's going to raise their hand who's been in for a while. How many of you on here have done some kind of like promotion or hostess credit that you thought was a really good idea, and then you actually like ran it through your business tracking register and you went, oh my gosh, like, wow. And you went, not doing that again. Okay. We've all done it, right? So that's why, like, when I'm coming up with what am I going to give away for my October hostess program, I actually think it up. I run it through a business tracking, like a hypothetical example in a business tracking register to see how it's going to affect my bottom line before I implement it. How many of you have ever done that? Okay. So that's something you can start doing, is to like predict your income. So in this example, so this is the discount. So again, column A doesn't change. I'm still, even though Katie's not giving me as much money, it's still worth $110. Sales tax is $811. Now here's where the discount comes in. $98.11 is the money in hand, right? So 60% account is still the same, right? Because this retail still left my shelf. I still need to account and replace that retail product. So the column D doesn't change. What changes is my income, right? So now it's $24 instead of $44. So that's kind of special. One last thing I like to talk about is the Kohls Effect. I know we've talked about this, but going into the holidays, this is important. And if you're a new consultant, this is also very important. We are very strategic about the sales that we do and the discounts that we give. I do 2 big sales a year, usually like October, November is one. And then the other one is like May or June, depending on the year. And then they get a discount in their birthday month. And every now and then I do have a customer rewards program, so they get stuff for that. But it's kind of like Kohls, right? I won't even step into a Kohls without a 30% off coupon. Raise your hand if you feel the same way. Like literally, I won't even shop or think about shopping there. If like when they send you a 15% off and you're like, oh, that's adorable. Like not even going into the store. Seriously, like without a 30%, because they're always sending coupons, right? Like it's stupid to go there without 30% off. Versus think of other stores that you guys shop at that never, like it never goes on sale. I buy stuff at, oh, I know. How many of you know what Cabby is? It's like a high-end like clothing direct sales company. they never discount their stuff, right? Like it's pricey. But my awesome cabbie lady does a sale, and you better believe I show up in person to that thing because I can get like cabbie at a discount. It's a big deal, right? It's like that with our business. We don't want to create that Kohls effect with our business where we're constantly giving discounts so that our customers won't even buy from us when it's like regular price. So just some thoughts for you. So I'm going to show you, so that's like the business tracking register. I want to show you the, so this is my virtual one, right? So I plug everything into this thing. I haven't done anything yet for September. So I'm going to show you guys just a quick example, and I'm just going to go over just a little bit here. So, so I'm going to type in, and here's what's neat about this. If you look over here, you can organize this by week or party. Like I have other ones that have like different parties in it. So, you know, you can be a little bit organized, or you can just do it by, I pretty much just do it by week because then I can just put reorders in. So, so I put the person's name that bought from me. So Madeline this week. So these are actual sales slips from this week. She bought a Naturally skincare system, right? So that's $136 total retail. Sales tax was $10.03. Money in hand, I did not give her a discount because she was a virtual party, $146.03. So look at this. It automatically tells me, oh my gosh, business income. This is so easy. It's literally going to take you seconds to do. Now, one thing I'll show you, and like I said, I have a blank one of this, so you can do this on your own. I can't, hold on, I gotta move this guy here. If you look over here on the right, this is going to tell you, so if I enter, here, let me enter one more so you can see this. So Dawn White, she's a really good customer of mine. She just reordered. Oops, that was right. Dawn White, $39. She also did not have a discount, $41.88. She ordered beige N150 and a Formula 2 botanical mask, in case you're wondering. Okay, so this is going to show me a running total of the entire month. It just automatically calculates it. I didn't even have to use a calculator. So now my business income total for the 2 sales slips is $70. I have about $118 in my 60% account. This is money in hand, all that stuff. So who's excited to get their hands on this baby? Okay, but do you guys understand like how it just automatically is doing the formula for you? You don't have to think, you just have to open it. The other thing is, you probably saw me doing this, like toggling this at the bottom, but all of the different months are down here. Okay, so if I want to see what I did in January, you know, or a different month, I click on it, right? So you can click on all these. My assistant also put, this is where I keep track of my customer rewards program. That's a different training, but whatever. Just know that this is for the month of September. So I haven't entered anything just yet because I have the sales tickets sitting on my desk because it wasn't, I actually do Money Thursday. So that's my day. So tomorrow is my day to do all my money stuff. So yeah, so automatically calculates it. So this is really, really important to do. So what questions, really quick? So this is all I'm going to cover today because I want you this week to get your business tracking register set up and start implementing this system. And then next week, we're going to talk about like expenses, how to keep your expenses down. We're going to talk about like how to deal with like ebbs and flows. So I'm glad I forgot who mentioned that. So we're going to cover that next week. I knew this was going to be like a 2-week thing, but any questions that you have about what I talked about?
Can we set this up on an iPad?